he?
Kentman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, gamers and collectors. It's your boy Kentman, bringing you that JRPG and fan service content you deserve. And I apologize if I'm speaking a little lower and softer than I normally do. If you can't tell from right over here, we got a brand new kitten yesterday. She's very cute and adorable. She's hiding under my TV stand right now, so I can't really physically show you. She's 8 months old, so she's very new and she's very small and a baby essentially. And she got separated from her mom and sisters and brothers just yesterday, so she's still getting used to the new house. So that's why I'm speaking a little bit more quieter than normally than I would. But as days go on, we will start to get her more comfortable with the house, and I will start talking in my normal voice. So nonetheless, the content train does not stop regardless if we have a brand new cute kitten in the house. And we're going to be talking about some 5 different fan service games that you can get for the Black Friday sales that's going on for the Nintendo Switch right now. So let's jump on in and see what games you could possibly have or maybe get on some good deals. Let's jump into it. So we are over here on Deku Deals, which is the best place to look at any Nintendo Switch games instead of the eShop, because if you ever been on the eShop, it's a slog to get through because of, I don't know, the interface or all the games or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that. So we're going to be going over here on Deku Deals. And the first one we're going to be looking at is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. You control a brand new main character called Bailiff as a male or female version. I prefer the female version because she's very hot, sexy, has great thighs, good thigh highs. Like that's like kind of holes in them, but it's, you know, it's really hot. And you know, you control your destiny between 3 different factions that's trying to be the king or ruler of this land, and it's a pretty fantastic game. A good strategy RPG, some really good content, really good moments, some fan service, but not really diving into the fan service of this version of itself. There's a lot of hot characters in here, and you have some good romance moments, but it's not really like super fan service versus like Awakening and Engage. Now I would prefer to promote Engage more. However, this one is not really on sale on the eShop, but is on Walmart, so I'm not really going to be promoting this one that much. But if you want to get this one too, I really enjoy this one as well. But people didn't really seem to like this one over 3 Houses because 3 Houses just had, I think, a better story overall and a better group of characters. Even though Engage had a returning characters, I think this one has overall a better story. And you can buy it from all major retailers from Best Buy, Target, GameStop, Nintendo Switch, eShop if you want to do digital, but there's no physical versions out there, but there probably is if you go looking hard enough. But this is where the deals are. You get 30% off to a $41.99 price tag, and a lot of great content, and not a lot of chances where I get to talk about Fire Emblem, because Tharja is like one of my favorite waifus from all games, and I don't really get the chance to talk about her a lot because of I don't talk about Fire Emblem a lot, so I'm going to talk about it in this video. So if you want to have some great JRPG fan service dating simulator kind of feel, this is the great game to start off with. And now, truly stepping into the true fan service games that we're going to be talking about is Galgun Double Peace. Now, this is a remaster of the Double Gun game that came out on the PS4 in August 2016 and then got re-released on March 17, 2022, and it's now on sale for 70% off, $11.99. If you were waiting to buy this game because the price was too high for you to buy on the Nintendo Switch, I would recommend it because it has all the sexy goodness in it. It doesn't seem like this version got censored at all because it has all the goodness of it. It's a gun rail shooter where you get attacked by an angel accidentally and hit with a Cupid's arrow, and now every girl wants your mans. It just wants to have sex with you, essentially. And you have to feed them off with some good old love juices, and there's all kinds of different particular sexiness that happens in the games. You do have two main character girls who are shinobis who helps you feed off all these love interests that's coming after you. But it's a pretty goofy game. It doesn't really get a lot of praise for, you know, the story, which you're not really playing it for the story, you're playing it for the plot. And again, I always recommend games like this because they're fun, they're dumb, they're not really all meant to be taken that seriously, and they're sexy. So what else can you have than this? There is also the sequel that is on sale as well. That's a 75% off for $7.49. It just adds in more features, a brand new character, and some more fucking sexy time. So I would definitely recommend both Galgun 1 and 2 for your purchases if you haven't done so already. Next, we're going to move into Gun Pixies. This is also kind of an on-rail shooter kind of game where you take the role of two different main characters who are very short, and they're giants out there that are sexy giant waifus that you have to shoot them in particular spots to make them very horny and defeat them. I mean, you're just trying to save the world from giant big titty anime girls. I mean, I don't think that's really that much of a problem, but you know, tease your own. But this game comes from the same people who brings us Neptunia ID Factory. Now, this game is not going to take you that long. It's pretty much like 5 to 10 hours of fun that you can have for this game. Again, another stupid fun game that doesn't really mean to take very seriously. Just, you know, you're just trying to save the world from giant big titty anime girls. That's pretty much all you're trying to do. Honestly, it's a fun, goofy game that I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a fun, goofy time for some fan service on the Nintendo Switch. And it's $12.49 for a 75% off price tag. I do think it's a pretty good game. Now, again, don't go in here looking in for a banger of a game, but it is just a fun game just to have on your Nintendo Switch. Next, moving into some more ID Factory is Mega Dimension Neptunia B2. Now, this is the fourth mainline game within the Neptunia franchise, following Rebirth 1, 2, and 3, and I think this is one of the best games in the franchise. Now, some people might say Rebirth 3 is the best game in the franchise, and they could be right, but I think this one is because it takes the crew and the games to a whole nother level. It introduces new characters, new goddesses that take over the game industry and replaces the crew from Neptune, Blanc, Noir, and Vert, and replaces them entirely. So it's pretty much like a haiku or a dictatorship of new girls, and you have to kind of defeat them and become stronger, and it's a really good kind of power struggle between everybody, and it's really cool. You get new forms, and you get to explore the Zero Dimension, which is a whole new dimension that explains a little bit about the Sega Dreamcast and introduces Yuzume, who is a really cute, amazing CPU that I'm not going to spoil too much about her story and everything, but it's a really powerful story. And I think, again, this is the strongest that the story's ever been, storytelling wise. I mean, if you play the Neptunia game, it kind of plays the same. It's kind of like a strategy, beat 'em up, hack and slash kind of game. Not really hack and slash too much, but it's like turn-based. But it's really hard to explain how the first 4 Neptunia games are, because they're tactical RPGs, but also like MASH kind of games in a way, but they have some strategy into it as well. But this game really excelled everything that the first 3 games did in a beautiful way. And the game is $7.49 with a 75% off discount right now, and I would wholly recommend. I mean, I am a Neptunia channel after all that talks about Neptunia, one of my favorite franchises of all time, so I would definitely recommend this game in hindsight. In very hindsight. Good content, good characters, good content, great story, great characters, amounts of good hours of content within the game. You would have a lot of fun. So I would, if any other game on this list, this is one of the games I would highly recommend you picking up if you haven't done so already. Next, we're going to be talking about some Shante. Now, I love me some Shante, and anytime I get to talk about it, it makes me happy, because I feels like Shante is one of those underrated characters that kind of gets a more of a popular phrase as years go by, but sometimes people don't know about it. And there are games that's on sale, and any one of these games can be really good for you to grab from. Shantae's Risky's Revenge, from the Seven Sirens to the Have Genie Rich. I don't know why Pirates Cruise is not on sale. This is actually my favorite one out of all the games. Now, I think Have Genie Rich definitely comes second, and then Risky's Revenge, and then the Seven Sirens. But I haven't played much of this game versus every other game because, you know, I played these games for years. All of them are a fun time. You play as a sexy genie who dances around, has different kinds of powers, and then you get to do nice platforming. It's very unique dialogue and characters that you can love, like Risky Boots, and you know, you also have, forget the zombie's name right now, but regardless, she's sexy too. And then Sky, her other companion that she has, and this one is on sale for 50% off for $4.99, which I think that's kind of a steal. This one is off for 50% off for $4.99 as well. All of them are 50% off for $14.99 and $14.99. So any of these games you will have an amazing time with. Wait for it. It's one of their best games out there. It also is the same developers who makes the River City Girls games. So if you love those games, then you will love this game as well, because this is their Mario, their Pikachu, and everything else. And Shante is a great game, honestly. I would totally recommend some Shante if you haven't played any of the games. Next, we're going to be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. That is on sale on Best Buy, Nintendo Switch, GameStop, Humble Store, and Target, having a 30% off, going to a $41.99 price tag. And I really don't need to explain Xenoblade if you haven't done so already, but you should play these games because they are some fantastic, amazing games. Now, the first one doesn't really have that much fan service. It's less, you know, you're fanboying for Shulk. I mean, but who wouldn't? You know, I'm really feeling it, you know? And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has all the fan service of Mythra and Pyra, and also a bunch of other characters. Cosmo returns in this game as well. And honestly, do I really need to explain Xenoblade to a lot of you? If you haven't played them already, what are you doing? Some of the greatest JRPGs and RPGs that's on the Nintendo Switch, as well as just some sexy, fun, amazing storytelling. And you know, you will have some amazing fun. Each one plays differently than the next, so you don't technically need to play each version in line. You could play them out of order because they're kind of like Final Fantasy, where they feature different characters in them. I honestly love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I would say I would love Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I haven't played it yet, so I apologize for that. And that one's not on sale yet, so I'm not going to be talking about it in this video. But regardless, you can play any of the Xenoblade Chronicles games because they're amazing. They're amazing games, and I would love to do an actual playthrough on the channel, or like a retrospective of it, because it's been a couple years since I played it, and I kind of would love to do a new one, a new playthrough, since the newest game is going to be coming out soon, Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I feels like you definitely should grab this game. This one over the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 for sure, because I mean, it is a fan service video, so I'm going to go for the fan service version of the game. But this game is also pretty good as well. And the last game we are going to be talking about today in this video is Bayonetta 3. Now, I don't think I really need to explain anything about Bayonetta 3, but what I will say, I think a lot of us, including me, wrote this game off because of the whole voice actor shenanigans that happened earlier when this game was getting promoted, and it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth between that whole situation, so I never actually played it. But it's Bayonetta. She's practically the big sister of Eve and 2B. This is the first Platinum Games poster girl of all of their sexiness, and you know, it has all the same charm and amazingness that the first two games had, but even better on a much better platform. I mean, Nintendo Switch is kind of old now. I mean, I wish this game would come out on the Nintendo Switch 2 to really show how good this game really is. But regardless of the fact, it's an amazing, amazing game. and it's on sale for 30% off for $41.99 on Best Buy, Nintendo Switch, GameStop, Humble Store, and My Nintendo Store as a physical version. Interesting. It's also a physical version at Target for $47.99 for 20% off. So that's pretty good. I would definitely go with the physical version because I always favor physical over digital. But, you know, whenever you have some good deals that you just need to buy, I mean, Bayonetta is sexy. She's hot. She's badass. She dances. She has a giant fucking, I don't know if it's a dinosaur or a Cerberus. I think it's a Cerberus that chomps on people and other types of beasts. She has a fucking dragon in this one. I don't know how she managed to make a dragon out of her hair, but whatever. It's hot and sexy and cool and badass. And you would have a great time with this game. And I think I need to repent on my sins, no pun intended, and play this game as well, because I've seen like the first opening cutscene and it has all the same charms being at. Sure, the voice actors changed, but you know, with that whole situation, I kind of want to wipe myself clean of that whole situation, even though it is a big topic of voice actors should be paid properly. But that whole situation was very weird and stressful and it was crazy. But either way, this game is very sexy and hot, and I would recommend it because I'm probably going to be buying this for $47.99 at Target for the physical version, because I really do want to play this game. Because it's what, 2024 now, 2 years has gone by and I haven't played this game, and I feels like that's kind of a sin for my channel and who I am. You know, that just doesn't seem right that I have gone 2 years without playing this game, and I need to rectify that. So but that is pretty much the 5 games, technically 6 if you, or technically a little bit more. It's a little clickbait, but I like the 5 number because it makes it a little bit more simple to understand for games that you could possibly buy for Black Friday. All these deals end on December 3rd, so you definitely want to jump on them soon rather than later. And of course, there's so many games that's on this list of games for you to buy for Black Friday that you could possibly go through. There's so many. And then there's other deals that's going on that's not even part of the Black Friday deals. Like, there's Atelier games that's on sale right now for Atelier Ryza, which, you know, Yume's coming out soon, so maybe you want to refresh yourself on an Atelier game, and the Ryza games is the perfect place to start if you haven't done so already. There's a lot of great price drops right now on a lot of great games. So if you want to come to this site, check it out. You can get some great deals for your Nintendo Switch, because, you know, I need to play my Nintendo Switch sooner than later, because I haven't really been favoring my Switch because I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 5 games with Metaphor, Yeast 10, and then, you know, Final Fantasy, which early in the year, the only time I touched my Switch was Princess Peach Showtime, and that was back in April. Yeah. Because I even bought A Thousand Year Door and Super Mario RPG, which I was playing, but I stopped because I started playing Visions of Mana. No, Visions of Mana came before that. I was starting to play Super Mario RPG, but then Metaphor came out, and that's when I stopped to play Metaphor, and that's where my time has been. So I need more games to play on my Switch, so I'm definitely probably going to be taking advantage of all these deals. And, you know, it's going to be pretty good. But that is pretty much all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know down in the comments down below. Would you like me to do more videos for the Nintendo Switch talking about fan service games? Because there's brand new games coming out all the time for Nintendo Switch. So, you know, sometimes you just want to know what specific ones to buy when it comes to the fan service crowd that we have gained on YouTube. So with that being said, I also could do a PlayStation 5 one, but why would you want to play any fan service game on a PlayStation? Because if you know, they all get censored. Besides Stellar Blade. I mean, it did kind of get censored, but they Shift Up has rectified that. I mean, Stellar Blade is pretty much the only true fan service game that PlayStation has right now. That's good and great and amazing. I love Stellar Blade, but like, and they just got the Nier Automata DLC with it too. That makes it even more sexy. But, you know, there's not really much to talk about for PlayStation 5. But if you guys do want that, I can definitely make it. If you guys let me know down in the comments down below, I can definitely get that for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, let me know by hitting the like button, subscribing for more. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, and with your help and support, I can definitely do that. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video next time. Bye me.